Hello and welcome to this episode of The Weekly Rewind, presented by Attractions Magazine. I'm your host, Theron White, and this week we're going to be going from Monday the 10th to Sunday the 16th. Now there is a ton to talk about, especially towards the end of the week, so let's get straight into it. Now starting on Monday, we were at Uniqlo at Disney Springs, where they're selling these new box sets of vintage shirts coming from movies and television shows and everything from old Disney classics. So it's really cool because you not only get a really nice looking shirt, but you're also going to get the really cool book style box that it comes in and a pin. Now they were selling for under $20. The only issue with this is that the cover and the shirt are going to be different colors, and you sometimes have to just go and figure it out. They're amazing. They're very cool. You just got to ask to open the book or rip open the packaging before you officially buy it just to make sure it's the right color. But they are very, very cool. You get the really nice pin if you like collecting the pins. They're vintage style, looking just like what's going to be on your shirt, as well as getting the shirt itself and the box it comes in. So definitely really cool, something great to check out, and there's plenty of pictures of all the different designs you can get. So go and see them yourselves at Uniqlo at Disney Springs. Then, on Tuesday, we posted an article and review about the recently opened Polite Pig over at Disney Springs. Now, the fastest way to get to this restaurant would be to park at the Lime Garage near Town Center, take the escalator down, and it's going to be immediately there on your right. You will definitely be able to see it. If not, trust me, you're going to smell it. It smells delicious. So it's kind of a quick service style restaurant. You go up and order your meal, but then you sit down. But a waiter does bring you your food, so you will have a tracker. So it's kind of a half waiter, sit down, half quick service style. They also have a bourbon bar there if you're there just for drinks. Now we were able to try the beef brisket, pork shoulder, beans, mac and cheese, and the greatest of all would be the orange blossom cake. Overall, it was an absolutely great meal. Beef brisket was our only thing we were let down with, but that's a small thing. I mean, simply order something else. The pork shoulder was incredible, absolutely amazing, as tender as can be. But the ultimate thing you should get there, even if you're not going there for an entire meal, you have to go and get the orange blossom honey cake. It was absolutely amazing. It's like a vanilla with orange infused flavor cake with drizzling honey as the icing. And they've got little bits of orange shavings and stuff inside the icing and honey as well. It was so good. It was weird. It was like a refreshing dessert. It was like you took a drink of water and got refreshed or had a nice juice, but it was a dessert and it was amazing. It's $7. But it's very, very good. You can certainly share it as well if you've had a big meal already at the barbecue place. So, just recently opened, Polite Pig. Go check it out for yourself at Disney Springs. Then, thanks to @WDW Mickey Hunter on Twitter, we got to see these awesome pictures of Stitch's Ohana, all of the experiments, at the Disneyland Paris 25th anniversary. Now, I know that these characters are extremely rare if they've ever even been seen at all, so I know it was a really great surprise. They have so many characters for their 25th anniversary that people hardly ever see, if ever seen it all again. So it was really, really cool seeing all these Stitch characters, all the different experiments, and if you're a fan, definitely go check these photos out. They're great, and it's awesome to see that they're doing so much for this 25th anniversary parade. Then we move on to Thursday, the beginning of our absolutely crazy weekend full of different experiences, releases, updates, all different stuff. So we'll be starting first at SeaWorld Orlando, where the Kraken is given its official name for its VR update. It will now be called Kraken Unleashed, and it is going to be really, really cool. A full VR experience. We were shown some concept art here and some pictures from directly inside the ride, so I'm really excited to try that out. I was already a fan of Kraken. I know it is a bit of an older coaster, but it's still a ton of fun. I love being able to do the flips and the corkscrews and all that at SeaWorld. So adding this VR experience is definitely going to help, and it looks like it's a very legitimate one too. Not some of those cheaper ones you see for other parks where they've been trying it out, putting it inside the phones. Since this is fully integrated with the coaster, they're able to really keep up that quality, and I can't wait to experience it multiple times and see kind of all the Easter eggs that are hidden inside the attraction. Also announced that day was the Infinity Falls river raft ride that will be coming to SeaWorld Orlando in 2018. Now, it is going to feature the world's tallest river rapid drop and a vertical lift. This thing looks so cool. I really love the vertical lift that they have for Cobra's Curse over in Busch Gardens. So this appears kind of to be like the equivalent version for like a river water ride. That's probably not accurate. They're probably completely different systems and I'm getting it wrong. But either way, it looks really cool to me. It's going to be an awesome new attraction. They don't have a ton of water-based rides. I mean, I know they have Atlantis, but not at like solely fully water-based inside of SeaWorld, for it being a park that's really kind of all about the ocean and the sea. So it'll be great to have a new fully water-based attraction, especially really good for families on this river raft style ride. So it looks great. I'm excited to try it out, and I hope we get more details soon. Continuing on Thursday, we got to look inside the opening of Star Wars Celebration in Orlando. Now, this happened at the Orange County Convention Center in a very big section, and it certainly needed it. As you can see here are tens of thousands of fans as they are getting ready for the first day of the Star Wars Celebration. Now, a lot of these people were willing to completely just sleep in sleeping bags, wait outside, get there over a day early, just so they could be the first in line for different panels, be the first inside the building, all this stuff. And they were super excited. As a Star Wars fan myself, it was really, really cool to see all of these fans get in line, be prepared, come in amazing different cosplays, some I feel just as legitimate as the movies. So they were here, it officially opened at 10, and everyone got to rush in and start exploring this amazing convention. Now, one of the things we did get to check out was this BB-8 car. There was a ton of different Star Wars-inspired vehicles, and you can check that out on our YouTube channel. But this was one of my favorites. It was a full, Volkswagen Beetle Bug, and it had its little BB-8 section. It would make beeps, make noises. The colors would change. Now, if the head moved, that would be the only thing that could possibly beat it. But I do believe this is an actual car that's really driven, so I'm sure that's maybe either not legal or, I don't know, not safe. Either way, it was amazing. It's really cool to see because all of these were just fan-made, not sponsored by Disney or Star Wars or anyone like that that I know of. So the part they're willing to do all this and invest this much into their cars definitely allows them, I believe, the rights to park inside the convention and get an amazing spot. Walking around the convention, it was awesome to see so many different people cosplay as different characters from the Star Wars films, and of course you had a bunch of people who definitely got creative as well. Here we had the Muppet Stormtroopers. They were really awesome, willing to take pictures with anybody, and they definitely had a crowd with them the entire time they were there, because so many people love this unique idea, and they always grouped up, had their little poses. It was awesome to see. Another creative group we saw walking around was Belle, Elsa, and Merida as the Disney Princess Jedi. So you can see that people were definitely willing to get into amazing costumes, not just for the actual characters themselves, but for all kinds, and they were really, really getting into it. We have other pictures later on that you'll be able to see as well, of people just went above and beyond for some of these outfits to get as close to the accurate as they could, or went completely unique and creative with it. But either way, awesome to see the commitment and the creativity that people brought to this convention. Now, of course, we couldn't just take pictures of other people, we had to get in some pictures ourselves. So we got to go over here, take a photo with Rey's speeder and with BB-8. Now, I really wish I could have, but I was too old. You can actually, if you were a young child, you actually got to sit on Rey's speeder and get these photos, and they were very cool. I mean, looked like they were straight out of the film. I know at Star Wars Launch Bay they have the actual Rey speeder from the film, and I couldn't tell a difference at all. All I knew is I was having a blast getting a photo with everything that they had there. Free photo spots all over the place with amazing props like this made from different companies, whether fan-made or really from the film. Either way, very cool to get, and there was plenty all over the convention center. Then, on Friday, we were back at Star Wars Celebration, and I was very glad because I got to fully dress up as General Hux from the Star Wars Episode 7 film. If you've seen it, you definitely know a lot about him. He's probably one of the only red-headed Star Wars characters that I really love, so it was cool to be able to go and represent him. Cool to get some pictures, meet some other people, and interact back and forth with a couple different Kylo Rens I was able to see. Now, we got some more pictures to look at of people cosplaying later on in just this episode of the Weekly Rewind, but there's also on our YouTube channel plenty other cosplayers you can see, as well as video recaps and tons more of the whole Star Wars Celebration weekend. The Star Wars awesomeness did not end as we left the convention center and headed over to Hollywood Studios for Star Wars Galactic Nights. Now, this originally was a one-night-only event that was then changed to have more event nights. I'm not sure of the exact date yet, but there's going to be plenty more to know when you can get tickets for another amazing event such as this one. There was awesome photo ops inside the Death Star, on Hoth, get your own photo with K2SO from Rogue One, or maybe sit in the Emperor's seat atop the Death Star. There's also this awesome picture of Matt and Banks fighting with dark side and light side churros. Continuing that night was Rey's first official Disney character debut during the Star Wars Galactic Night, A Galaxy Far, Far Away show. Now, this was a one-time only appearance. This is not going to be happening regularly, even though I'm sure people would be thoroughly impressed. She as the character is so accurate to the film. I was blown away when I saw this picture myself. So while it's not going to be happening every time, I've got a feeling that she'll be back for every Star Wars Galactic Night. So if you definitely want to be able to see the best possible Rey character person, go get your tickets yourself, check it out, because she is very, very impressive, and I think it's definitely a great addition to the show. Then, on Saturday, we get a look at the first waterfall test at Universal's Volcano Bay water theme park. Now, I think this is looking absolutely excellent. It looks very natural, very real. My only thing is the water slide going down the center. I know it's white right now. From what I've been told, that is currently plastic, just kind of protecting the actual water slide itself until they're done with their construction. So I hope when they take that off, it's like a dark green or even a blue so it matches the water. Anything so it kind of feels a little more natural with the rest of the volcano, because the addition of the waterfall, the great painting, the moss, the rock work, everything, it's looking so real. I just don't want that water slide to take away from it. But again, they're not done yet. Until they officially open May 25th, anything could happen. Who knows? Maybe they'll even cover it, paint it. We don't know yet. But the waterfall at least is looking great so far, and I'm excited to see as they continue tests for all around the water park itself. As I mentioned before, we were going to look at a lot more people dressing up and cosplaying as different Star Wars characters. You can see here our host Brittany in a really, really awesome customized Kylo Ren dress and lightsaber. Now, along with there being Star Wars cosplay, there was also Disney and Star Wars combined outfits and costumes as well. Here we have a Mary Poppins Jedi, a Darth Vader skeleton, and a Tinkerbell slave Leia. Now, they were awesome to see, the kind of combination of Disney and Star Wars characters. But if you want an in-depth look, like I was saying before, we do have a video on our YouTube channel of a ton of different cosplay, whether it be strictly canon Star Wars costumes, outfits, and armor, or ones that are more creative like the ones we've just seen here. Plenty of different things to check out. Just go look for that YouTube video on our channel. And lastly, on Sunday, we got to retweet this picture from @DIS Magic Bands on Twitter of these new Magic Band design colors. Now, I have not seen these yet in the park, so I'm not sure yet if they're exactly out yet or if this was an early look that he was able to get, but they look really, really nice. All three colors are awesome. I know they've been asking for new colors for Magic Bands for a while, so seeing that we're going to get 3 new colors out of the blue sounds really great. Of these 3, which one are you most excited for? Is it the color or maybe the design that you're most interested in? And what kind of ideas could you see with these new colors and new possibilities? And our absolute last photo for this week is going to be right back to the cosplayers giving a happy Easter from Star Wars Celebration. Now, this event has been so big. I know all Star Wars fans are going to want to check it out. Again, we're going to have a segment on the show. We're going to have videos that are already out right now on our YouTube channel, so you can check all of those out from Star Wars Celebration, Attractions Magazine, and myself. We all want to wish you a very happy Easter. Now, that is it for this week of the Weekly Rewind. Thank you so much for watching. And as I said before, with those 3 different colored Magic Bands, what kind of designs would you be looking for? I'd love to know in the comments which of the 3 colors are your favorite and which designs you think should come next on these new Magic Band 2s and their new colors. Thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you next week.